looking at the Brooklyn Nets, I only have one thing for the Brooklyn Nets this offseason, and it was the massive trade acquiring 5 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, a pick swap, and Bojan Bogdanovic for Mikal Bridges. I gave them an A for their offseason for the free agency, and that's specifically for this trade because it's the only thing that's happened for them. That's acquiring a lot of capital for Mikal Bridges. We're talking about Mikal Bridges averaging like 19.6 points per game, 37.2 3-point percentage last year. Boyan last year averaged 15.2 points per game on 39.8 3-point percentage last year. And again, you're acquiring 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. I like Mikal Bridges, but that's 5 first-round picks for him. I mean, that's a lot of capital to. I mean,
You know what though?
that's crazy.
Not to cut in on the next segment of this, but when you think your team is ready, when you think your team is ready to take the next step
Yeah,
into championship level contention, there is no price that is too much to pay for that final piece.
that's true.
And the Knicks believe that they just made a trade that's going to allow them to compete and beat the Boston Celtics next year to go back to the NBA Finals. So I don't really have the Warriors sending out every pick that they possibly have to run it back next year with Steph Curry and Lauri Markkanen. That doesn't make any sense to me because
Right.
he's not the Lauri doesn't. I love Lauri. Don't get me wrong. He's not the piece that's going to take the Warriors back to the finals next year on his own. So you can't give up the whole war chest for it. But when you're the Knicks and you've identified this player as and if it doesn't work out, then it's the Knicks. It's New York. People will go there anyway. So fuck it. Why do they care? Just like the Lakers. But yeah, it's a lot. It's an absolute lot, especially when you figure 4 first round picks landed Kevin Durant to the Suns.
Yeah.
So um,
Yeah, I
it
know.
was
Like I said, it's a lot, and I totally understand the argument sake of it. But for the net side of it, that's why I gave them an A. Is you're getting a lot of
absolutely.
return for giving away a guy that I don't think that they particularly wanted to get rid of. But when you're being offered that much, you go, you know what? What am I going to say? Like, I'm getting a replacement piece immediately. Yeah, of course, Boyan's not nearly the defensive player that Mikal is, but we're still talking about the rest of the stuff that comes with it, the
Well,
picks.
and frankly, they got their pick back, which is
Yeah.
important because now them tanking this year is important. It makes
Hmm.
sense because they're going to tank and they have that pick. And also, there's a ton of talk about Dorian Finney-Smith and Cam Johnson, I think it is, being moved for even more picks. Now, those aren't going to be top 10 first rounders, obviously, but those are pieces that they can move to add even more. And the point is if you're going to tank, you're going to draft high. Next year's draft is supposed to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Then you have even more picks to make another move because, as we've seen with the Knicks, or the Nets, I'm sorry, the originators of one of the big threes when they traded for a bunch of old geriatric guys and it didn't
Hmm.
work out. They continue to take swings.
Yep.
So
Over and over and over
having
again.
having their draft pick to be able to tank to get a player and also have more draft picks to be able to make a move when they feel like they're ready to compete again, it's
Yep.
important. It's a fantastic offseason for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you in the agreement is that an A for the Brooklyn Nets as well?
Yeah, I give them an A just for their head coaching hire, but
Mm.
yes, they get an A in free agency as well.